Hi everyone, it's Shannon. Welcome back to my channel. It is one of my very favorite weeks of the whole month because it is a home chef week for our family, and my box just arrived today, so I wanted to open it up, show you what's inside, and create a couple of the recipes for you as well. So what I love most about Home Chef is that you actually get to choose your meals. So they make it really simple. They have an online website and they also have an app, so you can go on there and find the meals that work best for you and your family. And the other great thing is that they ship it right to your front door, so there's no heading to the grocery store or making those long lists. You just choose the meals that you want, and then in your box will come all of the fresh ingredients as well as the recipe you need to create these wonderful and delicious meals. So let's go ahead and dive into this box. I know I chose two amazing meals and I'm excited to see what's inside. Now inside your box, everything comes really nicely packaged and it's all in a cooler, so you know that your ingredients are staying very fresh. And always on top are going to be your recipes. And the two that I have chosen for our family this month is pork tenderloin marsala and crispy onion chicken. There's also cardboard to separate your ingredients, which I like. And you have also ice packs, which keep everything nice and cold and fresh. Another thing that I love about Home Chef is the way that they keep everything so nice and organized. So you're not digging through a box full of ingredients that you're not sure which recipe it goes to. They actually give you bags that are full of the ingredients that you need to create that one specific recipe. And your bags are labeled with what recipe the ingredients are for. So I have 2 bags for the pork tenderloin, and then I have 2 bags for the chicken recipe. And now at the bottom, there is also another cardboard separator, again to make sure everything stays nice and separated. And then at the very bottom, there is another ice pack to keep it cold. And then all of the meat is not only individually packaged within this bag, but it's also nice and sealed to keep these ingredients separate from your fresh produce. And here is a look at all of the ingredients that are included with the crispy onion chicken with creamy mushroom sauce and green beans recipe. And it actually tells you on your recipe cards what all is included, so you make sure you have everything on hand. And for this one we have baby bella mushrooms, some crispy onions, the chicken breast fillets, we have some light cream, some green beans, and I think these are so cute. They're little bags of flour. So the first thing that I always do is read through my recipe. It will also tell you what extra ingredients you'll need, like olive oil and salt and pepper. And then I also set out all of the cooking utensils that I'll need to create the recipe as well. You'll want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees and then get started prepping your ingredients. So here I am coarsely chopping the crispy onions. And then next you'll want to work on your mushrooms. So 2 of your mushrooms you are going to dice into 1/4-inch pieces, and I set those aside. And then the remaining mushrooms you will slice into 1/4-inch size slices. And next we're going to prep the green beans. All you have to do is make sure you have them thoroughly rinsed, and then snip the ends of both sides of the green beans off, and those are ready to go. And here is a look at the beautiful fresh ingredients ready to go for our recipe. And now we're going to work on the chicken breast fillets. All you have to do is pat them dry and season them with a little bit of salt and pepper. We always make sure to get a chicken recipe with our Home Chef meals because they are the most delicious chicken that I think we have ever had. So definitely a must for our family. And now we're going to make a flour mixture that will help our onion coating stick to the top of the chicken breast fillets. So I'm just adding a little bit of water to flour. And then next I placed my chicken breast fillets on a foil lined baking pan. Then I drizzled the flour mixture over the chicken breast fillets. This is what is going to help our crispy onions stay on top of our chicken breast and give it a nice crunchy coating. Then I popped the chicken breast into the oven for about 20 minutes. Now while the chicken is cooking, we're going to work on cooking up our green beans. So I added a little bit of salt and pepper and some water into my pan over medium heat and placed the lid on top so that they could steam. Once they had steamed for about 5 minutes, I added some olive oil and my sliced mushrooms to the pan and let this cook for another 5 minutes. Once the mushrooms were browned and everything was nice and cooked through, I put them into a baking dish and covered them with foil so that they could stay warm. Now the next part I love because we don't have to wash the pan, we can just reuse it and put it right back on the stove. We're going to heat some olive oil and our diced mushrooms, let those cook a little bit before adding our cream to the pan and also a little bit of salt and pepper. And you're just going to let your sauce cook for about 1 to 2 minutes so it can thicken up a little bit, and then your meal is complete. This was a really simple meal. It only took about 30 minutes. You don't need a ton of ingredients, which is nice, and it was really simple to make. And not only that, like I said, all of Home Chef's chicken meals have not disappointed. They have been some of our favorites, and this too will become one of our regular recipes because it was so delicious. And here is a look at all of the ingredients for the pork tenderloin marsala with roasted broccoli. So like I said before, I always read through my recipe and set out all of the ingredients and utensils that I'll need for the meal. And then I wash all of my fresh produce, and then you want to prep your ingredients by slicing the mushrooms and chopping your broccoli. You'll also want to pat dry your tenderloins and add a little bit of salt and pepper to season them. And now we're going to season our broccoli. I'm adding a little bit of olive oil, our garlic, and also a little bit of salt and pepper, and I'm just mixing this together thoroughly before laying it out on a foil-lined baking sheet. And as you can see, I'm going to be pushing the broccoli off to one side of the pan because we're going to use the other side to cook our tenderloin on. And now we are going to sear our tenderloin over medium-high heat. And all you have to do is place your tenderloin into your hot olive oil and let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes per side before we're going to place it onto our baking sheet with the broccoli, and then we'll put it in the oven from there so it can cook the rest of the way. And now we're going to put our baking sheet into a 400-degree oven for about 16 minutes or until your tenderloin reaches 165 degrees. While our tenderloin is cooking, we're going to work on the sauce. So I'm adding my sliced mushrooms to 2 tablespoons of olive oil and letting this cook for 5 to 7 minutes. Once it has cooked down, I'm adding the demi-glace and marsala wine, and we're going to stir this and let it cook for about 1 to 2 minutes. Once the sauce has reduced down a little bit, we're going to remove it from the heat and we're going to stir in our butter and a pinch of pepper. Once your tenderloin and broccoli are finished cooking, you can remove them from the oven. And then you want to let your tenderloin rest for about 5 minutes before slicing it. And I would definitely recommend this meal. It was so incredibly delicious. The tenderloin was so tender, and this creamy mushroom sauce was so flavorful. Definitely a meal we'll be making again because it was so tasty and we definitely all approved. Thank you so much to Home Chef. They are offering my viewers an incredible special offer, and that is $20 off your first 4 orders. So you'll get $80 off. That is so incredible. You guys need to use the coupon code DailyDIY80 and click the link that I'll have down in the description box below, and you can take advantage of this incredible offer. I hope that this video inspired you. Make sure to take a second and give it a thumbs up for me. You can also hit that subscribe button, stick around, and join me every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for new DIYs, tutorials, and new inspiration. Thanks so much again. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.